Yeah, hi, how's it going? Um, so this is going to be the end of Blue Girls Video podcast as this is recorded in March of 2023. It's going to be November 2022 and December 2022 and it's going to air in June of 2024. So anyway, so for November 2022. The dream is brothers around. My youngest and older brother were in this dream. This dream was a little odd, with me being shown events occurring in each room. One room, an elderly woman was surrounded by her family hospice as she was passing. Then two male police officers were outside on a moderately warm day. This is October 29th. Another room, a young dark haired woman was hanging out with her friends. The woman was kind of a snob and didn't want to socialize with the other woman who she was sharing the room. When the woman was alone, two border control men searched the room and pulled a clear sealed package of marijuana from the snobby girl's top dresser. I think I'll put green stuff in there because I didn't, it was something green in a package sealed up. So one of the men approached the other woman who was lying down in her twin-sized bed. I do not recall if he spoke to the woman or not. I think he was just checking up on her. On board ship. A strange dream. I was with my youngest brother and saw an aerial view of some cabins with green roofing. I approached a woman at a counter. My youngest brother mentioned who owned the cabins. Later he picked me up in his small car. He then drove us onto this one ship. A woman was handing out a free food item, so got one. Cousin complaining. My cousin was on the phone bitching up a storm about me. This is November 5th, 2022. He isn't who he said he is. A young, rugged looking man is sitting down at a desk. I hear in my dream he isn't who he said he is. In real life, someone said exactly that this later in the evening. Okay, so this was weird because this just happened again. Um, okay, and today is, well, it was March 7th, 2023. And so I was walking and I did like whatever. Um, and I thought of the word blocked. Okay. And so then when I came back, one of my relatives says that he's been locked out of one of his accounts. So I think that's really kind of strange and kind of scary because the name of the account, or the not the basically the account, the website or whatever. So I then was at some place, possibly a hospital, because it had hallways. I go to the cafeteria to buy some items, and the cashier throws a more expensive item into my purchase, so I get mad and walk away. Then I am sitting down in front of a young guy with short brown hair. I'm crying and telling the guy, at least I'm trying. I graduated with honors. True. Actually, it was higher honors. Old tub. All I saw in the stream was a dark ring of dirt around an old fashioned tub. Zebra pattern clear. I was at an underground rail station with people traveling. I saw a woman in her mid 30s with dark curled hair with a small zebra pattern roll. Suitcase with wheels. Then right around the corner came a zebra pattern rail train. Okay, so November, whatever, 15th, 2022. In real life, was watching the news mention Thanksgiving and Christmas is right around the corner. Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, so the next is going to be December 2022. Now, this is for December 2022. Connected. Two young lesbians were having a lengthy sexual encounters with each other in the dream. All I can see in this dream is a young blonde woman in front of the other woman. Later, the other one lesbian seemed to be in a lot of pain and having gynecological problems. I see her on a gurney and going into surgery. A woman moved right next door to the blonde lesbian, and someone tossed two set of keys underneath the door. The key almost Looks like maintenance keys with a lot of keys on it. Something kind of odd in the dream. When the woman opened her front door, it was connected to a mall, which I thought kind of strange, kind of like in the movie The Wizard of Oz. When Dorothy's house lands in Oz and she opens her front door to a very colorful world in not Kansas, but the land of Oz. Well, duh, you know that. Everybody knows that if they've seen the movie. I don't know why I'm saying that. In real life, I was watching a commercial about a car, November 19th. What are you doing? Not for sure of the brand, but anyway, the car was driving to Emerald City, and it showed it. It's also kind of wondering if the woman may have been hired at a job or worked at a job and was just opening the door to the mall. I did see a glimpse of slot machines. It looked unfamiliar. Then I see a couple of ethnic guys who work there in the kitchen. One guy is kind of finicky. I'm not for sure if this is a casino in the Midwest or Southwest. So, of course, and also Seattle is called the Emerald City. I'm not for sure why it's called the Emerald City. So the next dream was Ma. What you doing? Come here. Okay. A woman was working at a retail store and was in charge of closing the store. There was a large store in a downstairs area, possibly at a mall. She was the last person in the store and put her many keys on the counter prior to leaving. I remember that. A posh place. A woman was at some posh place that she seemed to be staying at temporarily. She seemed to be the only person there. She ate a meal and then going to stay in this room. Lesbians. Again, two lesbians are talking to each other at a table. I think they are. Lesbians are like each other. It is a different lesbians than connected. The other dream I had. I'm getting the same name of a bar band that used to go to in my 20s. One of the women has changed a lot. I think she has an open relationship and sleeps with other women. The woman is connected, and lesbians have not been in these dreams I can remember. Report. I had to report every day to this African American guy. I would have to go and sit in front of him at his desk at his office. I'm not for sure why I had to do this, and it seemed like a short period of time. Also, there was a religious person in the background, possibly former manager. Scare. In the last week, I have awoken twice in the middle of the night, which was very rare for me. I am startled as awakened from a nightmarish dream that don't remember much. A group of friends were hanging out together. It almost seems like one woman was set up by one of her friends and recall her closing her eyes, not wanting to see something or waiting to get shot. That's what it says. These recent dreams have taken a dark overtone, I think because I am under spiritual attack and I have been sensing a wave of darkness in my current location. Okay, so what's the end of... Okay, scare. Okay, so the next dream is senior place. What are you doing? Senior place. Claire, a woman or me, was at her mom's place. It was a small senior residency area. I think the mom lived there for a while and she had something wrong with her leg, so she walked different. Hello? Sit. What are you doing? Oh, it's a good boy. Another woman was going to stay with her mom for a month. Also, some guy wanted to see the daughter's driver's license in order to stay at her mom's place. I remember thinking he doesn't need that. I remember that. It was kind of, why would he have to see that? She's just visiting, right? So it doesn't really make sense unless, there's a lot of people that are living there, So, thou shalt not fill in the blank, okay? I woke in the middle of the night. I recall hearing September 30th, an African-American minister or preacher saying, thou shalt not fill in the blank. The trippy part is it felt like the minister or preacher was in the room with me when he spoke these words. Or was it a memory of a dream? Either way, I felt it was a prayer for protection for me. And so, unfortunately, okay, so that was September 30th, 2022. It was a strange couple of months. There was quite a bit of deaths. So on October 24th, 2022, in real life, a relative, um, my relative's relative or whatever, passed away. Um, so, and then, so on that Sunday of that dream, in real life, a couple of people were talking about a Bible verse. Money is the root of all evil. I told the guy it was the love of money is the root of all evil, which is true. I said my youngest brother corrected me one time many years ago. It wasn't a priest or a minister. But still, that was kind of strange. I heard that the next day. Librarian. I had my own place. My youngest brother was at my front door. He brought me all these pamphlets on being a librarian. For whatever reason, I slipped out of the back door to water scenery, possibly ocean. And then I put smile, yeah. Okay, so in real life, I was passing through a transit center downtown and a woman was handing out pamphlets for transportation. Then I changed my mind, but by that time, my youngest brother was gone. One of my male neighbors mentioned something about having people living with you. I recall thinking in my dream of one of my cousins having her boyfriend hanging out with her at her place. She didn't get into any trouble. Yeah. U-turn. I don't remember much of this dream. I do see an Amtrak train. It makes a U-turn. He realizes he is driving down a dead-end street, so he turns a U-turn, does a U-turn, and ends up stuck in traffic. Watch Me Disappear by Janelle Brown. Okay, so I think that's it. Yes. Okay, so this is a very short, video. So, I mean, I do have some more as far as starting in January. But by the time you see this, this is going to be, I think I mentioned June of 2024 is when you're going to see it after that. So, I thought, well, I'll just so I can, so I'll remember, I'll just start in January, the next one in January of 2023, and when I have enough to film these dreams, I meant when I travel or when I'm staying with relatives, I've noticed that that it's the dreams are less, and so they have been less. Most of my dreams were most profound when I lived in the Pacific Northwest. It's really strange because I can remember a lot of those dreams, but once I moved to the Southwest, most of those I forgot. So anyway, so thank you for watching.